Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the Focus Ball now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I take all comers. I don't duck any man.
Can we assume that Michael Dokes is one of the prospects?
All comers. Come one, come all, because nobody can get close to me. They're not even close. I'm the best fighter in the world.
Back down memory lane.
That's really what it comes down to. They scared. They don't want to mention
All of them, Devin, Ryan, and Tank.
all of them. They scared. Man, I know y'all scared and shit, but like, let's just make the fight happen for the fans. You know what I mean? And like, let's just do that. You know, whether I know, don't overprice yourselves. You know what I mean? If y'all believe y'all the best and y'all think that y'all could take this, and let's make the fight happen. Man, don't be pussy about it. And now it's all about, all right, let's make these fights happen. And the whole thing, really, you guys never have to worry about Teofimo making fights happen. You guys got to worry about the opposition side of it. And hopefully, you know, these guys could work with us. They don't and they don't overprice themselves. We're gonna whoop his. We're gonna make the fight happen. I try to save his career. I did. Kid you not. I try to protect his career. I told him, hey, 3 to 5 years. You know, work your way up. A lot of people are gonna take this road. I try to take care of this man's career, but now, you know, he's gotten out of hand, and it kind of got me. He got me going now. So we're gonna start pressing him on it. And me and my father already we're all good on it. We're on the same page. So I believe Devin Haney will be next.
What needs to happen to make this fight be confirmed?
He needs to take the fight. Whether he gets 2 million or 3 million, he needs to take the fight. Devin Haney, none of these guys.
But in terms of Devin, since you're talking about him and you're asking what...
It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen.
No,
it ain't going to happen.
No,
I'll be honest. It ain't going to happen.
Which is the fight that you want to happen at 35? Which one are you looking at?
Like I said, man, a lot of people can say whatever they want, but the dude actually fought his way to get his shot with me, and he has actually 2. So it is going to be Kambosos.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So you heard all those clips that I just played for you. In the last clip, it was an interview with the Boxing Voice. And the Boxing Voice asked him a really good question. It was a basic question, but in this case, it was a really, really good question. And he simply asked Teo, who do you want at 135? And if you guys notice, you can go back and replay it. If you notice, Teo never answered the question. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and replay that clip real quick. Check it out.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
No,
I'll be honest. It ain't gonna happen.
Which is the fight that you want to happen at 35? Which one are you looking at?
Like I said, man, a lot of people can say whatever they want, but the dude actually fought his way to get his shot with me, and he has actually 2. So it is gonna be Kambosos.
So you notice he never answered the question. He never told the Boxing Voice who he wants to fight next, because he basically trapped himself. He can't say, I want to fight Devin Haney, because he just admitted that he no longer wants to fight Devin Haney. He can't say he wants to fight Tank Davis, because Teofimo's dad just said this.
A fight with Devin Haney, a fight with Javante Davis, a fight with you or anybody of those guys don't make no sense right now.
So you hear Teofimo Sr. admitting they don't want to fight any of them. They don't want to fight any of them. Which is why, once again, that was a great question to ask Teo. Well, who do you want at 35? And once again, this is why Teo couldn't answer the question. Because if Teo was answering the question honestly, he would have came out and he would have admitted, well, out of everybody at 135, I want George Kambosos. Because we know, even though Kambosos is his mandatory, Kambosos just became his mandatory. So it's not like a case like when Jamal Charlo was Canelo Alvarez's mandatory. He had been Canelo Alvarez's mandatory and even Golovkin's mandatory for 2 years, right? This man, George Kambosos, just became Teo's mandatory. Teo could have put this fight off for at least a year if he wanted to. But that's who he wanted to fight. Another reason why it really makes no sense for him to go after George Kambosos first is because according to Tio, he said he's probably only going to fight 1 or 2 more times at 135 and then he's moving up. If you're only going to fight 1 or 2 more times, why wouldn't it be against the top lightweights in the division that your peers and boxing fans are asking you to fight? When people are calling you a part of the final 4 or the top 4, why wouldn't you be trying to fight someone in the top 4 before you fight anyone else? Because after all, it's the fighters in the final 4 that everyone is asking for you to fight, including Mike Tyson.
It's a dream that you earned. Yeah, man, I think that's the hardest part, though, is taking it all in. I think that's the hardest part, taking it all in. Because I want more. I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied. I need more.
There was a lot of things that we talked on and that we got on topic about. But when it came to the boxing part, he did tell me, you know, why you guys, we got to make these fights happen. You know, he was a lot of instigating when it came to, you know, we had FaceTime Devin Haney. You know, we was talking smack with him on his show. Mike was enjoying it. Mike was having fun. The whole thing that he told me, man, just keep beating them, pretty much.
So guys, did you notice when Tio was explaining what Mike Tyson was telling him, it was clear that Mike Tyson was putting pressure on him to fight Devin Haney. But you notice when Tio explains it, he doesn't want to say Devin Haney's name. He kept saying, oh, you know, yeah, Tyson kept saying these fights, we need to make them happen. And he was instigating a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, let me just play the clip again so I can show you what I'm talking about. He doesn't want to say Devin's name because he doesn't want more pressure to be put on him by the public to fight Devin Haney. Check it out.
But when it came to the boxing part, he did tell me, you know, why you guys, we got to make these fights happen. You know, he was a lot of instigating when it came to, you know, we had FaceTime Devin Haney.
You see, he says it was a lot of instigating when it came to, but he doesn't want to say Devin Haney's name. It was a lot of instigating when it came to, oh yeah, and then we had Devin Haney on the phone and we were talking. So we clearly understand that Tyson was pushing him to fight Devin Haney. And then the fact that Teofimo, he used the word instigating. It's so crazy to hear a boxer, especially in Tio's situation, to use the word instigating. For those of you guys who don't know, instigating is usually when you're inciting someone to do something bad, right? So when he uses the word instigate, it sounds like Mike Tyson is trying to force him to do something that he doesn't want to do. Mike Tyson is trying to bring boxing fans the fights that we all want to see. Mike Tyson isn't instigating, he's promoting. He's trying to promote the fights that the fans want to watch. You notice Mike Tyson, he wasn't promoting Devin Haney or Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos, right? He was promoting the fights that we all want to watch. And this is real sad when you think about it. You have both Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez. They go on to the Mike Tyson show, talk about fighting Devin Haney, talk about fighting Tank Davis, leave the show, and now both of them are talking about fighting someone else. And we know when it comes to Devin Haney and when it comes to Tank Davis, they're ready to sign a contract. They're ready to fight them yesterday. It's all about that MBF, y'all. 2021 MBF. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.
That's a theory there by the greatest matchmaker, probably, in my opinion, ever.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to mention his name either, but you know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
And used to have a thing up on his board, NBF, no black fighters. And when I was taught to bring up a fighter, you know, and again, it's just, he used to say to me, you can go anywhere in the country, and I'm going to leave it at this. I don't want to go into a long discussion because people are people in God's eyes, and we're all the same. He used to say to me, you can go anywhere into a city in America or anywhere in the world and ask a white guy, and he didn't say any other, he didn't say anything about Hispanic, anything. Ask a white guy to throw a jab, and half of them are going to turn backwards and throw it like a girl and everything. Ask any black man on a street corner in any city in the world, and they will snap out a jab in a heartbeat. And I used to laugh. He said, they're just more physically gifted. And he said, and so they have speed and better to stay away from them. Nothing personal. So I said, okay. And I've lived by that. And, you know, I don't want to sound like some weird guy, but, you know, you're trying to be safe with your guys. And so, yeah, there is a thing about that, you know, but not in a bad way, in a very respectful way, you know, to be careful. So that's all.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. Basically, you will end up with a haircut shape up or an edge up. What they do is they tattoo small dots that look like hair follicles in the areas where you have lost your hair and then blend it with your existing hair. You can even choose what type of hairline you want, hard shape up or soft and natural finish. And to maintain it, all you got to do is shave your hair every few days, which is something you already were probably doing anyway. Make sure you go ahead and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram.